Welcome back. The MST Group is slamming allegations that a 21 million rand loan it received from the PIC went to waste. The PIC's Roy Rajtar made the allegation, saying the money was supposed to be used to manufacture buses, but only one bus was delivered. Hadi Jakos is, of course, following the PIC inquiry for us. She joins us now live from the newsroom. So MST got an opportunity to give its version, but also to cross-examine the PIC. Where does this even stem from?
So, Shahan, this stems from the fact that the PIC gave a loan to MST of 21 million rand for the purposes of manufacturing mobile buses for health and educational purposes. But this all went a little south when the PIC testified in March, claiming that they have no proof and they cannot find any evidence of the 7 buses that they were supposed to build. We also heard how Constance Madzigana from the PIC did a site visit and only found one bus. So, of course, the PIC had heavily implicated MST, claiming that they did not use the 21 million rand where they were supposed to. They didn't manufacture and build all these 7 buses. And this, of course, didn't sit well with MST. They then decided to apply for cross-examination at the PIC Commission of Inquiry and said that they want to pose certain questions to the PIC, specifically Roy Rajtar and Constance Madzigana. Roy Rajtar basically saying that, listen, we understand you built 7 buses. Well, according to his testimony, he understands that those buses were built, but he's saying the money, the 21 million rand, that loan is not being serviced. MST has failed to provide financial statements and key documentation needed for the PIC to basically close off that specific transaction and investment.
And then there was some demands for documentation. Why was it needed?
Exactly. So Assistant Commissioner Jill Marcus saying that she wants documentation of VIN numbers of all the 7 buses. She wants a timeline from MST as to when the loan was given, when the buses were purchased, what was done with the money to build these mobile buses, and she just wants clear information as to what exactly transpired. Let's just listen to what she had to say.
Can we also ask that in relation to the buses, exact date of production and usage and so on, so that we have a timeline as to when production took place, when manufacture took place, which buses are leased or not leased, what the costs were, so that the overall period from 2015 approval to current is exactly on the table and we know what we're talking about properly.
Hadi, you also got a chance to speak to the CEO of MST. What's he saying?
Exactly. I must say we also got a chance to speak to the CEO of MST, but we also got to see the buses. I think it was a little exciting for many, given the fact that we're always sitting in that inquiry room. But they basically brought 6 of the buses. The one is in Cape Town, so they said it was going to be too costly to bring up. But they showcased the 6 buses for the Commission and said, here is the evidence, here is the proof that these buses exist. But also what we heard from the MST CEO, he basically said that all this media coverage and the publicity around MST and how this investment with the PIC, it's basically put a shadow over the company. They haven't been doing too well. He also admitted the fact that they have defaulted on their loan previously, but they are up to date with their payments. But he says he basically admitted that he should have never gotten into business with the PIC. Let's listen to what Fernando's had to say.
We don't know the answers, hence we had to bring, because we almost didn't know how to answer these questions unless you physically bring them here. You know, the allegations are horrible because it's destroyed our business from a long time ago.
Okay, let's just speak to the fact that PIC's Constance Madzigana had testified here a while back. I think it was just after Roy Rajtar, and she was the one that claimed that she had a site visit and they only spotted one bus, and they were struggling to get VIN numbers of the bus. Could you just clarify what is actually going on?
You know, my understanding is that they actually didn't even understand their own deal, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I think there's a lot of miscommunication all the way to the agreements. Having said that, we did build new buses anyway, regardless if it's not an agreement or not. But the procedures, I don't think they understand what it takes for us to build. First of all, these are not buses. These are actually truck chassis that we take out the heads, we build a body that looks like a bus. So the portion of the chassis is a portion only financed by Mercedes with a couple of extras. The rest we build with the monies that we get to build from wherever.
All right, we'll leave it right there. Our reporter Heidi Jacques following the PIC inquiry, of course, also going on the streets.